Hoosier fans, welcome back. Another episode of Under the Hood with IU football presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Reminder to get out there and visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Your Central Indiana Ford dealer is a proud sponsor of IU football. I am Rhett Lewis, excited to finally get a chance to chat with the man in the middle, the center along this offensive line for Indiana football. Pat Coogan here with us. Pat, man, fired up, man. It's been so much fun watching you play. And here we're sitting 8-0, heading into another big matchup here this weekend, going to Maryland. Man, what are these first 8 weeks, these first 9 weeks really been like for you watching this Hoosier team continue to roll?
Oh, it's been a blast. I mean, we're having so much fun out there with the boys, flying around. But it's been a journey, right? It's the highs and lows of college football, but we've been able to battle through some adversity, which has made us stronger, So that's what it's all about, just stacking these weeks, stacking these games, and getting better each and every day. And you're only as good as your next game, right? So we gotta continue to continue to focus and put in the work and put in the prep and just making sure we have a successful day come Saturday.
Yeah, no question. I know Coach Sig is always on the hunt for complacency, as he likes to say,
That's right.
look, it's paid off, obviously, because you guys keep showing up each and every week. Let me ask you about your guys up front, man. These were, for the most part, all guys that had been here before, even though Khalil left and came back, and then obviously you come in and jump into that center role. How quickly did you guys kind of find a rhythm together, and what was that process like for you?
Yeah, I mean, those guys, since the moment I got here, have been great. Welcomed me with open arms. It's a great room to be a part of. Besides those four other guys, just everyone else in the room. Um, it's a really great room to be a part of. Great young crew, great old crew. A great mixture of personalities. It's really a great room. So that's what. Um, yeah, getting here, it was an easy connection, easy flow. And they were great, starting even before spring ball when we would work with Coach Bostad and just meet with him and really get into the playbook. They were always open if I had any questions or anything. So really credit to them. And then just, working through spring, getting to know the guys, getting to know how they played. Obviously Khalil was out and Drew was out in the spring, but they were always there, right? They were always there. I was always able to talk to them, work with them, and then it just progressed into the summer, and we took off from there. And it's been a great ride, and we're excited to continue it for sure.
I mean, it's just clear to see how well you guys work together. Had some fun watching a two-play sequence from your buddy over on the other side, Drew Evans, getting a couple of slabs of ribs on some double teams, which is always fun for you guys. I know. You know, when you look at this thing, here from your lens, you were a guy that has always had a voice, right? You were a leader on that Notre Dame team a year ago, and a vocal leader. Did it take some time for you to kind of find the way that you wanted to present your voice to this team and this group?
Yeah, I think definitely, right? When you come in as a transfer, the last thing I wanted to do was, step on any toes or um, kind of, I know if I had a person coming, like if I was here for 4 years or whatever it may be, and a transfer was coming in, I know how I would feel if he was stepping on toes or whatever the way may be. So I it took some time for sure. I mean, I think um, throughout the spring you kind of just grow with the group and you learn how people kind of how to talk to people. Everyone has a different way of learning. Everyone has a different way of playing. So you really just kind of learn that throughout the more time you spend with people, and then you know, you go through fall camp, you go through those rough days, those long days, and then you grow into those leadership roles, and those roles really start to take place. So it definitely takes time, right? It's not an overnight thing where someone just steps up and immediately becomes the voice for the room or for the offense or anything. So, and we have a ton of great leaders. We have a bunch of great leaders in the O-line room, but also just on offense in general. So, it's a collaborative effort from all of us. And it's been it's it's been a group effort, kind of like I said.
Yeah, no, it's awesome, man. It's been fun to watch, and you've clearly earned it and earned that right. And the thing I'll say, um, going into this year for you, getting a chance to work with Coach Bostad, are there ways in which you've seen your game, elevate, getting to be around him and be around these guys, pushing each other to get better?
Yeah, I think I've definitely molded into more of a complete center. Um, last year was my first year as a full-time starting center. And this year I just feel more comfortable and more knowledgeable about the game. And I credit that to Coach Bostad um, because he really took my game and progressed it past the first level defenders, right? Like into this and even past the second level defenders. Like I'm looking at safeties and now I'm looking at coverages and body language of the nickel pressed on number three. Like it's it's a different level of game that I'm kind of learning now and progressing and growing into, and I credit that to him. And it's been great to learn, and I think it's helped my game, right? Like I kind of said in the beginning, a more complete center, taking on all those different roles and tasks and stuff. So it's exciting, and I'm definitely grateful for um for picking him, I guess, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
been a great
heck yeah,
ride.
man. Well, look, you're getting a master's level education now in playing center
Right.
and playing
Yeah.
offensive line, which is pretty cool. Um, and then Coach Sig, obviously, the way he leads this program, I feel like the messaging is just so top level, like top notch. Like just coming out and talking about UCLA, as a 3-0 football team. Never mind the fact they started, 0-4. Who they are now was a 3-0 team, and you guys took that mentality and took that game, obviously so seriously as you do every week, but how would you describe, the way that he messages things to you guys and then the buy-in that the team as a collective, kind of showcases each and every day, including game day?
Yeah, it's a no nonsense, straight to the point. Um, it's business style. Like it's cutthroat. It's but the way he talks about other teams is very calculated, but also um he doesn't sugarcoat anything, right? Like when he was just like you mentioned the UCLA
Yeah.
example, like he stomped out the elephant in the room right away. Like he made sure we knew this was a much better team than a 3-4 team. Like he knew he wanted right away at the very beginning of our meeting, no nonsense. Like, boys, this is a 3-0 football team, and everyone takes that in stride because that's the leader of the room, and um, everyone believes in him, so they believe in what he's saying, right? Like, but yeah, he's very straightforward, and that's kind of what I learned from the first time I ever talked to him, right? I think anyone can say that when they hear him speak, but he's a great leader for us, and he sets us down the right path. He sets us down the right direction, but he always makes sure our mindset is down that right direction too. So that's been key for us.
And then, just kind of understanding where you've been, right? You've been part of championship level teams, right? When you look at this team now, 8 weeks in, still with a lot of work to be done, are there hallmarks you see that show you that that this team has championship pedigree? Obviously, knowing you still got to go out there and do it, right? But like you have what it takes to get it done.
Yeah, I think that championship pedigree um, is built consistently on Mondays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, in the nitty gritty, in the mundane of college football where other teams fall short. Championship level teams rise, and they take pride in their practice habits. They take pride in making sure they have a great Tuesday practice, a great Tuesday inside run, period, like a great Wednesday third down period. Like those moments in time and those days, while they may seem minuscule to the big picture of performance on Saturday, or anything to do with Saturday, since it's days in advance. Those are where teams set each other apart, and I think that's where we've done a great job. Our mindset has been key in setting the tone early in the week. Um, we just had a great Tuesday practice today, but we gotta recover, watch the film, and have an even better Wednesday tomorrow. So I think if we continue to stack those days, stack practice weeks, practice habits, continue to focus on the task at hand, just going 1-0 every week, winning each day. I think, the sky's the limit for us, but it's up to us, right? Like we got to decide how far we, how much we're willing to do, how much we're willing to sacrifice, how much we're willing to pour into the process. So it's up to us.
Well said. Everything matters, right? Everything matters to a championship team, and that's what you guys are showing right now. All right, one more here for you on your quarterback Fernando Mendoza. Obviously, has been playing at an elite level all year long. Just feels like a guy that brings great energy and great support, throughout the offense, throughout the team. Always has, that kind of level of juice, smile, like the whole thing, like very positive. How would you kind of characterize him?
Yeah, you kind of hit it on the head. He's super positive all the time. I don't think I've known him for 8 months now or however long time. I don't think I've ever
Right.
seen him down and out or
Yeah.
frowning or, just bummed out like humans do, right?
Right. Sure.
He's just a great guy, great hang.
Yeah.
Just one of the boys. So I think that's part of that makes him so easy to play with, play for, play in front of because he's a he's a great guy, man. Like just we all know how talented he is. We all know how far he can throw a football. I don't know how many touchdown passes he has, but at the end of the day, he's a great guy. He's a great teammate to everyone in the locker room, not just the O line, not just the running backs and guys who catches his touchdown passes, but he's a great teammate to everyone in the locker room. So the whole organization and the whole team has his back because of how he treats other people and how great of a teammate he is. So he's been awesome to just build a relationship with, build a friendship with. It's a great honor of mine to protect him, and I'm excited to continue to do so and see how far he can lead us and continue to ball out for us.
Yeah, man, quarterbacks are magnets, right? Bring everybody together and
Right.
raise the level of play of everybody around him. Sounds like that's certainly Fernando Mendoza. It's certainly what you've done here with this offensive line, and been so much fun watching you and Carter and Drew and Bray and Khalil and that whole group, man. I hope you guys keep it rolling, and look forward to seeing you out there this weekend against Maryland, man. Thanks so much.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. Pat Coogan here with us on another episode of Under the Hood with IU Football, presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealer. I'm Rhett Lewis. That's going to do it for us this time. We'll catch you right back here next week following the Maryland game.